in your notebook, okay, if you've been here since our launch, you should have 3 models in your notebook. The macro one, for things that we could see, and the ones what we thought was going on at the particle level, your ideas, and then our class consensus model from yesterday. The first question you write has got to be about something on these models, okay? The second question, I want you to put RP next to it. Where do you think this question's got to come from? Related phenomena. Okay, this is not just a bath bomb unit, right? Like we're thinking about other things. Okay, questions 3, 4, and 5. And some of you may just have so many questions right now. You might have 6, 7 questions. I don't care. The rest of your questions can be about anything from our unit so far. Okay, so here's the kicker. I recognize that whenever we go to write questions, sometimes it's a little bit tricky for our brains to get started. So if you put your eyes up here, okay, I want us to remember that in science, we've shifted from just asking yes-no questions to like, hey, let's ask really thoughtful questions. So if you ask yourself a question today and go to write it, you're going to first say, is that just a yes-no question? And if so, we can make it better, okay? I want you to stay away from questions that just give you a fact. And then I also want you to stay away from questions that we can't investigate. Like, we're a science class. We want to figure stuff out, okay? So again, we want to be committed to asking questions that figure out the bath bomb phenomenon, and then also about making connections between phenomena, okay? So I think that this would help you here for some of you. So from your models, okay, you can use these question starters to help you frame your question. You don't have to, but they can help you, okay? So for example, why does blank happen, okay? I may go to my consensus model and think of all those processes that we thought were happening and insert one there. You guys work so well sharing ideas that I'm going to ask that before you write a question on a sticky note today, you use the power of your group to give you feedback, okay? So here's the deal. Everyone at the table, and I'm going to tell you what your order is, okay? Everyone is going to share all the questions they wrote. I don't care if you wrote 2. I don't care if you wrote 7. Everyone's ideas matter, so they're going to share all their questions, okay? After everyone shares, okay, your group needs to give each other some feedback. And you might be like, oh, Liam, that second question that you wrote was really good, but I think it's a yes-no question. Can we just tweak it a little bit? And then it becomes investigatable. Okay, but that question was really sweet, okay? Everyone is going to help everyone come up with questions. But one of the questions that's going to make it to your DQB from your table has to be about a related phenomena. I don't want this just to be about bath bombs. So after everyone shares, you might have to decide and take one for the team. Okay, Cameron, you asked a question about elephant's toothpaste. It was really sweet. Can you put that one up for our table? Okay, we will do that. Okay, so as a friendly reminder, questions are always written in Sharpie. Our initials are always on them so that when we go to answer them, we know who the author was and we can ask any clarifying questions. But every person at the table will have a sticky note in their notebook as we circle up with their question they're going to ask the class.
My question is, if you put cotton candy, water, what's the difference?
Do you have any other questions?
That was my best one.
Okay. My questions were, why does the water change color when you put a bath bomb in it? And how is elephant toothpaste related to hydrogen peroxide?
My questions are, what if there is no air but some other gas in the bubbles? And what if that gas in those bubbles was changed?
Okay, my question was, what if you used a different liquid for the bath bomb? Yeah. And see if it still bubbled up.
Like bubbles.
Yeah.
Soda.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Okay.
You told you to do 5 questions.
I did do 5 questions. That was my best one.
But we also need to share all of our questions because I believe that
Oh, we do?
the instructions.
Okay, Ashton. Share another question.
Well, I mean, it's about a bath bomb. Is that like kind of related to our related phenomenon?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just do we can do that one. She might say that we need a different one, so then we have to.
Wait, what's your number 4?
How do different ingredients affect how much the bath bomb fizzes?
I don't think that's really related phenomenon.
What is the phenomenon?
Alright, I have another one. What makes pop?
So you should just do the because
Why do I have to
good
do related phenomenon?
Because yours is actually
How does
really
elephant toothpaste work? Like,
Notebook, and you circle up, making smart choices.
we already good.
I want you right now to read your question that you wrote. Because you're going to read it verbatim, right? We want to be able to use that practice of communicating. We all value everyone's question because we know after this we're going to come up with investigation ideas. So it's important that we're hearing what everyone's question is so that we can figure out ways that we can answer it. Okay? So up here on the board, okay, we've got 3 sentence starters for us to think about how we can connect each other's question. So if you get stuck, feel free to look up there to help you. All right, here we go. Who would like to go first for us? All right, Valentina, why don't you start us?
How does the temperature of the water affect how much bubbles or like the fizziness of the bath bomb?
My question is like Valentina's question because it's about like things fizzing. And my question is there a specific ingredient that makes things fizz?
Mine is like Chloe's because it's also about like ingredients that make things fizz. Mine is how are there similar or identical ingredients in things that fizz? Hunter.
My question relates to Rolos because it's like what ingredients do different things in my cooking. What if we put sour/fizzy candy in different types of liquids? Peter?
My question relates to Hunter's because it's about ingredients. It's what if we used a different liquid than water, like when we put the bath bomb in it?